What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fearless back at you with another Ableton tutorial. So today we're going to talk about how to make your 808s hit insanely hard like this. Alright, so if you're ready for that, let's jump right into this tutorial. Alright guys, so we're going to start building this 808 from scratch, and I'm going to show you exactly all the steps that I did to get it to punch and hit as loudly as it did before. So I'm actually going to pull one of the 808s from my Fearless 808 kit here. We're going to pull out the original spins. So if you don't have this 808, or if you want to grab these 3 808s for free, we got the spins, the plug, and the Z. I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and you can go ahead and cop those. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, which is probably obvious, is we're going to turn this down to one voice. Okay, we want this to play in mono, and we don't want it to intersect with any other voices that may be happening. Second thing we're going to do is turn off the snap here. What snap does is it actually takes, it snaps off a little bit of the ending of it, and we want the full sample. So it'll be different with different 808 samples. It might be worse, but you can see it does a tiny little bit right here. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to change how this waveform looks. So if you've seen any FL Studio tutorials, you'll probably see that they have an out knob, which actually allows them to skinny this up. And basically they get it so that the ending curve right here comes down to the very end here. See how this leaves a little bit of gap? There's a little room up here, so it doesn't fully fizzle out. When your 808 actually fully fizzles out, it allows you to actually turn your 808 louder, and it makes it sound a lot better. It drips out a lot better, and it gets that hard punch that you hear in a lot of the trap music nowadays. So we're going to replicate that inside of Ableton. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to turn down the sustain all the way. All right, we're going to go ahead and make a clip here. We'll just make it 4 beats long here, just so that we have it right. And let's put a C note in here, and we're just going to stretch it the whole way, turn up the velocity all the way to the top. All right, since we turned down the sustain, it's going to sound like a kick drum. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to mess with the decay knob to get it to fizzle out once the full sample is done playing. So what you can kind of do is you can kind of watch this, and as you see it getting towards the end, we want to make sure that it actually fizzles out, like the sound dissipates. So you're going to have to use your ears a little bit, and you might have to do this a couple times to get it right, but let's mess with this. So it's almost 9 seconds. That sounds pretty good to me. So from here, what we're actually going to do is we're going to duplicate this layer, Command D or Control D. And we're not going to worry about this one right now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to freeze this one, and then we're going to flatten it. All right, so we're going to show you what this looks like really quick. We'll go ahead and drag it out here. All right, so when you look at this waveform now, you see that it actually fizzles out all the way to the end. All right, it doesn't have that little bit of a gap. So that's exactly what we're looking for, okay? We can go ahead and trim some of this off, and we can click on this next one, right? So you'll notice here when we're looking at this, you'll notice the difference in this 808 from the one that we drag in. So basically you just drag it in here. And now we got an 808 dragged in here, all right? And look at our 808 now fizzles all the way out at the end. So now we can get that kind of sound that we're looking for. Okay, so now we can go ahead and mute this track because we don't need it anymore. We're basically just using this for the sample. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull the pattern that I made already over here. And if you want to know how to make dope 808 patterns, I'm going to leave a card right at the top of this video right here. And you can go check out the tutorial I did on the hardest 808 patterns in trap music. And just as a heads up, I don't have anything on the master right now. I usually put a clipper, and I'll actually delete this. It's turned off right now, but we'll actually just delete it. We're not going to put anything on our master for this. All right, so we're just going to keep turning it up here until it starts to sound about right. So basically, since we don't have a clipper on our master, we want to turn it up loud enough to where it's really hitting hard, but it's not fuzzing out and distorting really bad. One thing that we're going to want to do that I forgot to do is actually set this back to normal. So what we can do here is we can actually make a new MIDI. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that frozen sample again, and we're just going to drop it on this new MIDI channel. Now the reason I did that is because we have the settings tweaked on here so that this sustains all the way down, and we don't want to mess with that. All right, so now that we have it on a clean MIDI track, we can copy what we did with the other one. So we're going to turn the voices down to 1. We're going to take the snap off, and we're going to look at here. Okay, so we said gain about 10 sounded good, so we're going to put this at 10. Boom. Okay, there we go. Now we're in business. We don't have the sustain all fucked up. We don't need it like that. So basically just make sure that you make a new MIDI track. And then we can delete this clip since we don't need it anymore. So let's listen to it. So what I'm going to do, just so you can tell here, is we're going to get the original sample now. I'm going to put the original sample back in here. All right. And we have the same thing over here, and then you can listen to how they both sound. All right, so we'll get them about the same level. So this one's peaking about 1.6 above normal, and this one's at 4. So let's go ahead and bump this up a little bit. Perfect. All right, almost exactly the same. All right, so this is the regular spins that we didn't do anything to. And then this is the one that we just made. So you'll notice that this one the sustain, it just lasts a lot longer and it does not sound as clean. So one more time, I'll go back really quick. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll listen to both the different 808s with the rest of the beat so that you can get more of an idea of the different sound that you get when you go ahead and taper it off to the end like that. So we'll start with the good one first. Alright guys, so that's how you get your 808s to punch and sound super clean at the same exact time, allowing the end to taper off there so that you can actually lift the volume of the 808 even more without it distorting the whole mix and just carrying on throughout the whole mix. Alright, we gotta leave room for the other instruments, so when we can just have a hard-hitting 808 that fizzles out, it sounds way better and way more clean. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed those tips. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're uploading new tutorials every single day. And I'll catch you guys again in the next one. Peace out.